Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, or I am the Messiah, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear of wars and rumours of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, earthquakes in divers places. And these are the beginning of sorrows. And they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When you therefore see the abomination of desolation spoken of by whom? Who does it say there in verse 15? Daniel the prophet. Stand in the holy place, whosoever readeth, let him understand. And it goes on, and it tells you a little bit more about what the signs that's going to be happening. In our generation, there's never been a time in the magnitude of earthquakes, of famines, of pestilence, wars, viruses, AIDS, Hep C, etc. You know, it gets worse. Wars, we've never seen wars escalate to the point where we have them now. There's wars and rumours of wars. And he said, these are all the birth pains, you know, of my second coming. I'll be coming. When you see those things, know that my coming is near. He said, even at the doors. Now, when you're a kid and your favourite auntie or someone's coming along, not the one that kisses you and get lipstick all over your face, she wasn't your favourite auntie, but someone who came and gave you presents, you know, that's the one you really like, wasn't it? And she'd phone up from Sydney and she'd say, we're coming up to visit you at Easter time. Oh, good, you can't wait. Mum, when's she coming? Is she going to be here soon? Yeah, another month. Mum, she's going to be here soon? Another 2 weeks. Mum, she's going to be here soon? Another 2 days. And all of a sudden, the car door slams out the front, and she walks up the footpath, and she's right there, even at the doors. How close is that? That's close. It says that when you see these things happening, know that he's coming, he's near, even at the doors. So we're living in the time, and I mean, these prophecies aren't the most startling ones that I can show you. They're just the simplest, basic ones that I can show you at the moment in the time that we have. But we see that there is an intelligent creator, one who gave us prophecies. He said, I'll give you prophecies beforehand so that when they come to pass, you might believe that I exist, that I'm here. So he doesn't give you to base your faith on airy-fairy things. You know, he gives you evidence that of his existence to prove that he's real. He gives you prophecies so that you understand that he's real. He knows everything, including the intents of your heart. You know, you see people who help a little old lady across the street, and everybody goes, oh, they must be a nice person. But they probably did it just so everyone would say that about them. They could be the worst person. But it's the intent of your heart. And he knows that. He knows what our lives are like, and he knows that we've all sinned and we've all fallen short of the glory of our Heavenly Father. We're not like him in character. We're not. When you read about Yeshua in the Bible, we don't resemble him in character at all. We're selfish, we're greedy. We do things for different motives, not necessarily for the reason that he did things. And we're so unlike him, but he promises that we will be made like him. When he appears, we shall be like him. He wants us to be like him in character. And so by beholding him, we become changed into his image from character to character. That's a Bible text from glory to glory. So if you don't know him, get to know him by reading about him in the Bible and have a look at his characteristics and see what he's like. He was a real man. He would have been a big fella. He was a carpenter. He would have been strong. And he never backed down to anyone. He didn't back down to the government. He didn't back down to the religion of the day. They went to throw him over the brow of a cliff for standing up and telling him that this day it's prophesied in your ears, right here, I'm here now, I'm on the side. And they wanted to throw him over the brow of the hill. He defended the prostitutes. He went and dined with tax collectors. And when the prostitute came into what she was so appreciative of his saving her, because the Pharisees had brought the prostitute to him, saying it says in the law of Moses that we should stone him to death. What do you say about trying to trap him? And he got down there and he wrote in the sand, starting with the eldest one. He didn't know their birth dates as far as they knew. Starting with the eldest, he wrote their sins in the sand, and everyone and they walked away. And he stood up and says to the prostitute, "Well, anyone here to condemn you?" She said, "No." He said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go your way and sin no more." And she repented there and then. So there's more hope for a prostitute than a religious teacher. But he said to them, the harlots and the tax collectors go into the kingdom of heaven before you. And the Bible today talks about the ministers of religion. He says they're dumb dogs that won't bark. There's a lot of condemnation for people like that, for lawyers, for people who consider themselves in authority and make laws above that which he's given, or which takes away from the laws that he's given. And depending where you want to spend eternity is whether or not you'll pursue any further what I've shared with you today. I don't. It really doesn't have much more to do with me, what you do with what I've shared with you. But I'm happy to share with you a little bit more. As I say, this is only a foundation to give you a little bit of an understanding of things, and I've tried to do things pretty quickly. But if you want to look a little bit more into the idea of dinosaurs, if you want questions answered, there's books here that you're welcome to borrow if you like. And I mean, even if you loan someone else and you accept full responsibility and make sure they get back to me, that's okay. In 2 or 3 weeks. Besides that, it's up to you. It's your choice what you do with it. The Bible can be misunderstood, can be misinterpreted. It can be many things, just simply because of humanity. Because humanity's played a part in it, and humanity's played a part in changing, intentionally altering some parts. I just want to give you a bit of paper here that just shows you how you can misunderstand things. You know, people look at the Bible looking for books to hang their doubts on, so that they can say that it doesn't make sense or it contradicts itself. Here's an example of what humanity does. The importance of punctuation is happily illustrated in the following ingenious arrangement of sentences which appears in a secular newspaper. Here we go. He's an old experienced man in vice and wickedness. He is never found opposing the works of iniquity. He takes delight. In the downfall of the neighbourhood he never rejoices. Can you see what I'm doing? Read it another way. He's an old experienced man. In vice and wickedness he is never found. Opposing the works of iniquity, he takes delight. In opposing the works of iniquity, he takes delight. In the downfall of the neighbourhood, he never rejoices. You know, you can take that 2 ways, can't you? You can see how humanity does that, and many people do that with the Bible. In the prosperity of his fellow creatures, he is always ready to assist in destroying the peace of society. He takes no pleasure in serving the Lord. He is uncommonly diligent in sowing discord among his friends and acquaintances. He takes no pride in labouring to promote the cause of Christianity. He has not been negligent in endeavouring to stigmatise all public teachers. He makes no exertion to subdue his evil passions. He strives hard to build up Satan's kingdom. He lends no aid. For the support of the gospel among the heathen, he contributes largely. To the evil adversary, he pays no attention. To good advice, he gives great heed. To the devil, he will never go to heaven. He must go where he will receive the just recompense of reward. So it says at the bottom here how you can read that in 2 ways. And that's often what's done with the Bible, that you can change it and make it suit any way you want it to go. That's how our Heavenly Father wants you to read it. It's how you receive it and interpret it.
Is that from the Worldwide Church of God?
Pardon?
Is that from the Worldwide Church of God?
I don't know, Robert. I've followed that for years.
I've seen it before.
It could be. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it for this session.
Thanks, mate.
It's okay.